We are so excited to welcome into the Big East Exchange Creighton Volleyball's Ava Martin, Big East Offensive Player of the Week for the second time this season. Ava, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
We'll start right there. Offensive Player of the Week, second time so far this season that you've earned this honor. What is clicking for you offensively early on?
Yeah, I think in a couple of games, I just try to come back to who I am as a player and my shots, and confidence has been really important for me this year. And so just kind of getting into the rhythm of things and like working around the block and finding my shots, a little bit of high hands, just kind of switching things up, So, yeah.
When you say who you are as a player, could you dive a little bit deeper into that?
Yeah. So I think last year, I think as a freshman coming in, like I was a little shy, just wasn't super confident, kind of getting into things. And so I think this year I'm really trying to develop that confidence and like I was saying, like who I am, like my shots, feeling comfortable to try new things and to keep mixing it up and not just going back to the same shot every time. And because I feel more comfortable like hitting cross court. And so I think trying to work in that line and that high hand, some things that I've did in the spring that we worked on a ton to try to mix those into and overall just become the best player that I can.
Well, your confidence has certainly been very noticeable for anyone who's been watching any of these games. It has been, especially, let's go back to that Minnesota game. Your team beats then number 9 Minnesota. You in that game tie your career high of kills for 22. First and foremost, what was it like playing in that environment?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was so much fun. And I think as the game went on, it just kept getting louder and louder in there. And I think it made it more fun for our team too, because we can kind of use that energy, even though it's like against us, we still would use that energy and just helped us play better too. But it was so much fun.
Your team has had a ton of tough non-conference opponents. How do you enjoy to feel like you're battle tested a little bit before you start heading into now conference play?
Yeah, I think there's been some games where we've been down and we've battled back. And I also think our defense has been really good this year.
Mhm.
I mean, we're just unstoppable in some of those plays. I mean, I'll turn around and we'll make a dig and I'm like, wow, they just did that. So, I mean, they've been putting up great out of system balls. I think our coverage has been really big too, because like I was saying, like I'm experimenting with some shots. And so since they are sometimes a little riskier, I'm going to get blocked, but I mean, they're right there behind me and helping me knowing that I can keep going for it because they're going to cover me if I do get blocked. And so, yeah, I just think we've been really aggressive and going for it instead of like letting those teams come for us. We've been the aggressors and we've been the ones going and getting it. So I think that's helped us a lot too.
Aggressive on the court, but how about off? Could you let us know a little bit of what the team dynamic is with Creighton Volleyball this season?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. It's something we talk about a lot and it's very important for us. We have like accountability buddies every week. And so last year we would do that too, but each practice or like every week you have your own partner and you just go up with them and you set a goal for before practice and then you just kind of check up with them like throughout each practice. So this is something we carried over from last year because we loved it, but we added that like do something with that person outside of practice at least one time. And like I feel like all of us can like confidently say that like anyone on the team they would have a great time with, and like our dynamic and the culture is just so amazing and everyone gets along so well, and it's really special this year.
Okay, well, we need to know what are some of the things that you and some of your buddies have done
Oh yeah,
outside of
we
practice
definitely
together.
like getting ice cream, Starbucks, doing recovery together. That's another big one. Going on walks,
Mm.
just random things. I got my nails done with one of the girls one time, so just random little fun things. But yeah. Hmm.
Starbucks drinks. Are you guys diving deep into all of the pumpkin that has
Oh
been
yeah,
out?
for sure. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but when it comes to fall, I love the chai with the pumpkin cold foam. It's so good.
There
Yeah.
we go. That is money to a T. Your
Yes.
team, Ava, starts Big East play this weekend. What is so unique about playing Big East teams?
Well, first of all, I think it's fun the places you get to go.
Yeah.
I think it's so fun to travel to all these cool cities. But also every single team always brings their best for us. And so it's always such a fun, competitive game. And the atmospheres too. I mean, it's up and down, so I think it's really fun, but we need to remember to play like us. Booth was saying like we have different seasons in our schedule, and so like this is starting like our next season or our next chapter of this season. It's conference play, like it's 0-0, we're starting over, so like we need to come out ready to play and do everything we can to earn the best spot for us in the long run in the NCAA tournament. So yeah.
Your team is ranked 11. How do you guys deal with now coming into conference play? You alluded to it a little bit, but everyone, you've kind of got that target on your back.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about that. Every team is going to give us our best. And while it can be frustrating, it's super fun because it's always going to be a competitive game. And so I think it's important for us like to take every team seriously, respect everyone, and come in and just play our game and try to just take care of business and pull out the win.
Let's get to know the Creighton Bluejays a little bit better here. Who is the calmest on the team?
Ooh. I feel like I was actually just talking to her today, Audrey. She's one of our setters. She's a freshman. But she has a very calm presence. And when she comes in and sets, like I feel very like, okay, like everything's gonna be okay. Like she's very calm and comforting. So I think that helps a little bit. But yeah.
You mentioned getting your nails done. Does anyone have like really good nail game on the team? Like is anyone getting some like fun nails, different like patterns?
Yeah, Destiny always has some fun colors, but there's a lot of girls on our team that actually always get their nails done. So right now mine are pink. They look kind of lighter right now. I lost one of them in last weekend's game, but it's like the risk of playing with long nails. But there's always some bright blue. Skylar Sky McCune always has fun nails, smiley faces, fun patterns. Yeah, so
did it take like a little bit of an adjustment to get used to playing with longer nails?
Yeah, well, I think I used to say like I play better in nails. It's the weirdest thing, but I always felt like I played so much better because I felt like I was more careful of all of the touches I was making because I didn't want a nail to like fall off or something. And it was the weirdest thing, but it kind of just got in my head like, oh, I play better with nails. Like I need to have my nails done. So I don't know. But now I guess I don't really know. I don't always have nails on now, so it's fine. But yeah.
Your favorite pregame meal?
Ooh, I really like when we have like our sandwiches. I really like Jimmy John's. Booth loves Pickleman, so I've kind of learned to like that because we get it quite a bit. But I always like a sandwich before we eat.
Okay. Who are you going to trust the most on the team to make a really good family dinner?
Ooh, Kiana. She is more of a baker, I'd say. She's always baking, but I mean, she's definitely a really good cook too. So,
Ava, for you personally, you come from a family of athletes. Dad was a basketball player, mom was a volleyball player. How was sport just ingrained in you throughout your younger ages?
I mean, yeah, I grew up doing it all. I mean, when I was younger, I played softball, basketball, volleyball, even some soccer, which wasn't the best, but I still did that. But I just love it. I mean, I've grown up doing all of it, and then obviously found out volleyball is what I wanted to do. But my mom was my volleyball coach, my dad was my basketball coach, and so I think that made me love it more because my family was so into it too. Like all my siblings play sports, and when I come home, we're always playing something outside together. Like it's just so much fun. It's another way that like really brings us together, especially because there's so many of us that it's so much fun. Yeah.
Who's the most competitive in the family when you guys are having those games?
That's tough. I'd say me or my younger brother. He is in 4th grade, but he is very competitive. Because I'm the oldest. I have 5 younger siblings, and so I mean, we're all very competitive, I would say, but I'd say it's probably between me and him.
You do need to be fair at some points, though. You have some height on him. So you need to get some sort of a handicap, whether you guys are playing basketball or a little bit of volleyball.
Yeah, this is my time, though. Someday he'll be a lot taller than me, so I'm just going to appreciate it while I'm taller and take advantage of it.
For sure, take advantage of that. Ava, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you so much.